Hi, welcome to this session on CAT 2020 LRDI solutions. This is a question from CAT 2020 slot 3. This is a pretty voluminous question, a lot of data, as well as the questions also give you additional information. I would suggest if you have not tried this set, please pause this video, have a look at the questions and the answer key. The link will be available in the description of this video. Once you have tried this set on your own, then proceed with the rest of this session. Before I start, in case you have not done it already, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please do hit the like button in case you like this particular video. Please do comment and let us know how you liked these solutions and the ones which follow. Also share this with your friends who are preparing for CAT and other MBA entrance examinations. You can also follow us on various other social media channels like LinkedIn, Telegram, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram. All the relevant links are available in the description of these videos. In case you're preparing for the CAT 2021 examination, do have a look at our Ultimate LRDI course. This is the most comprehensive course for CAT LRDI available in the market. We have more than 500 LRDI sets with detailed and well-explained video solutions. We also provide you with one-on-one mentoring. You get a chance to review your CAT preparation throughout your CAT journey, and in case you get stuck, you get a chance to speak with me individually and get your doubts resolved. We have prompt doubt clearing, discussion forums, WhatsApp and Telegram groups. Everything is available all in one roof. Do have a look at that course. The link is available in the description of this video. Let's get started. The set says, XYZ organization got into the business of delivering groceries to the home at the beginning of the last month. Okay. They have a 2-day delivery promise. However, their deliveries are unreliable. An order booked on a particular day may be delivered the next day or the day after. If the order is not delivered at the end of 2 days, then the order is declared as lost at the end of the second day. XYZ then does not deliver the order but informs the customer, marks the order as lost, returns the payment and pays a penalty for non-delivery. Okay. So you take up an order, right? It is delivered on either day 1 or on day 2. If it cannot be delivered at the end of day 2, it is marked as lost, right? You will refund the money and also pay a penalty for non-delivery. Okay. The following table provides details about the operations of XYZ for a week of the last month. Okay. So this is the day of the month, the 13th of the month, 14th of the month, 15th till 19th. So for 1 week, the information is given. The first column gives the date. Okay. The second gives the cumulative number of orders that were booked. Cumulative. So up till 13th, as well as on 13th, 219 orders were booked. On 14th, as of end of 14th, 249 orders were booked. So you can find out how many orders were booked on the 14th. 249 minus 219 will be 30. Similarly, you can find out how many orders were booked on the 15th. 277 minus 40, 249. So basically 77 minus 49. Right. Similarly, 302 minus 277 on 16th. 327 minus 302 on 17th, 332 minus 327 on 18th, 337 minus 332 on the 19th. This is cumulative. So for each day also we can find. Okay. The third column represents the number of orders delivered on that day. Right. So 11 orders were delivered on 13th, 27 were delivered on 14th, but we don't know what is the breakup. Now this 27 deliveries, some of it might be booked on 13th, some of it might be booked on 12th. They will definitely not be booked on 14th because it's not a same day delivery, right? It very clearly says it can be, it will be delivered on the next day or on the day after, right? So these 27 can be from 13th and 12th, not from before 12th or not from 14th. Similarly, these 23, 11, etc. is there. So these are the delivered orders on that day, but we don't know the split, whether it was of 13th or day 0 or day 1 or day 2. We don't know the split. Right. And the last column gives the cumulative number of orders that were lost up to and including that day. Okay. So as of end of 13th, 91 orders were lost. As of end of 14th, 92 orders were lost, which means one order was lost on 14th. Now this one order, right, will be of 12th. See, any order booked on 12th will be either delivered on 13th or on 14th, or it will be marked as lost end of 14th, right? So anything which is marked as lost on end of 14th will be from which will be the one which was booked on 12th. Similarly, the order which was, there are two orders which are lost. These two orders were the orders booked on 13th. These 12 orders which were lost, out of these, all these 12 were booked on 14th. Similarly, here there are another 12 orders which are lost. These 12 orders were the orders booked on 15th, and we can calculate so on. So it is like an in and out sort of a problem, right? We'll have to track the number of orders every day. We'll have to find when it was delivered, and we also know the cumulative orders which were, the number of orders which were lost to fill up. We may not be able to answer all the questions. We have some information which is given to you. We'll fill that up. And if you look at the questions, among the following days, the largest fraction which was booked, which of the following days the largest number of orders were the highest, and there are some additional information which is given to you. So to get an idea of this question, you will probably need to create a table like this, right? So this is the cumulative number. I have subtracted the consecutive cumulative numbers to get the orders booked on that day. So 249 minus 219 is 30, 277 minus 249 is 28, 302 minus 277 is 25, and so on. And similarly, I can also find the number of orders which were lost. I've also split it as day 0, day 1, day 2, and lost. Right. So these are the orders which are day 1, which means they were booked on 12th. Similarly, the orders which are on day 1 as of 14th were all booked on 13th. Orders which were day 2 on 15th were all booked on 13th. And orders which were lost on day on 15th were all booked on 13th. So this total will be equal to sum of these three values. So anything which was booked on day 13th will be either delivered day 1 on day 14th, or day 2 on the 15th of that month, or was categorized as lost on 15th of that month. So this is the key value to work out, right? To reach this stage, it will take you about 3 to 4 minutes, right? And this is the painful part of this question. Once you reach this part, then we need to calculate each of the individual values and then go back and answer the questions. So let's have a little bit more patience, calculate the values which are given using the information which is here, and then proceed with the rest of the question. Now, the additional information says it is known that the number of orders that were booked on 11th, 12th, and 13th of the last month that took 2 days to deliver were 4, 6, and 8. From 11, it took 2 days, which means it will be delivered on 13th as day 2. So this is 4, this is 6, and this is 8. This is known to us. Now, we also know the bookings for each day. So this will be day 0, 28, 25, 25, 5, and 5. This we can fill up very easily. I'm just doing it to explain it properly, right? In the actual exam, you may not draw separate column here, separate column here. You might just draw it here. And similarly, lost, we can directly transfer this here, 12, 12, 2, and 9. Okay, now let's try to fix these values. Now let's fill in this. For 14th, we know 30 orders were booked. Okay, good. Right. Out of these 30, some orders will be delivered on day 1 here. Some orders will be delivered on day 2, and 12 were lost. Right. Similarly, for all the bookings here, some orders will be delivered on day 1. Some orders will be delivered on day 2, and some will be lost. So can we calculate this value? Right? If we calculate this value, we can find out this. This will be the sum total of day 1, day 2 plus lost. That will be the total number of bookings, or day 0 value. Okay. So if you observe this, there are 27 deliveries on 14th of the month. out of which 6 were day 2 deliveries, which means the balance 27 minus 6. 21 would be day 1 deliveries. What are these 21? These are day 1 deliveries of orders booked on 13th. So I can now find the total orders on 13th. 21 plus 8 plus 2. 21 plus 8 is 29 plus 2. 31 orders were booked. 31 orders were booked on day 0. So you can put 31 here and you can calculate the previous value, 219 minus 31. If you want, we can calculate that as well. Okay, that part is done. Now, can we fill in this value? Yes, we can fill in this value. What will be this value? 11 minus 4. This value will be 7. Now, since this value is available, day 1 value is available, day 2 value is available, and lost value is available, I can calculate the total number of bookings. 7 plus 6 plus 4. This value will be 14. Proceeding in the same manner, 23 orders were delivered on 15th, out of which 8 were day 2 deliveries, which means 15 were day 1 deliveries. 15 were day 1 deliveries. Also, now since I know the total bookings, I know the day 1 and lost, I can find the day 2 deliveries. 15 plus 12 is 27. Now 27 plus this value x should be equal to 30. What will be the value of x? 30 minus 15 minus 12, which is 3. 3 values were were delivered on day 3. Now, since I know this value, I can calculate the day 1 values. 11 minus 3 will be 8, right? Proceeding in the same manner, 28 minus 8 minus 12 will be 8. I can calculate this value. 21 minus 8 will be 13. Proceeding in the same manner, you will have 25 minus 13 minus 2. So this value will be 10. Out of 13, 10 were delivered here. So this will be 3. So 25 minus 3 minus 9. 25 minus 3 is 22. Minus 9 is 13. So balance will be 1 here. Right? So this is what we have filled up. Okay. So let's go to the questions and see what we can do. So I have written this down neatly. Right, whatever I calculated, I have marked it in indigo, bold, put it in bold. Everything else was available in the question. All right, let's see. First one says, among the following days, the largest fraction of orders booked on which day was lost. So where is the maximum loss or the percentage of the fraction of orders booked? Okay, so the options are given 15th, 16th, 13th and 14th. Okay, for 15th, we have 28 orders booked. You can either choose from here or here. So denominator is 28. Numerator, 15th loss will show up on 17th. So 12 out of 28. Okay. For 16th, this will be denominator will be 25. Numerator, 16th loss will show up on 18th. So only 2. Now 2 out of 25 is definitely smaller than this. So this is out. For 13th, right? Bookings were 31. And the numerator would be loss will show up on 15th. So that's 2. 2 out of 31 is definitely smaller than this. So this is out. And for 14th, total bookings are 30. And losses will show up on 16th, which is 12. Now 12 out of 30 is smaller than 12 out of 28. So this is also out. Option 1 is your correct choice. Question number 2. On which of the following days was the number of orders booked the highest? We need to find which of them the highest order was booked. Now 12th is 14, 15th is 28. So as of now, this is higher. 13th is 31. So 13th is higher. And 13th is the highest of all because 31 is the highest of all the values which are known to us. So option 3, pretty straightforward now. Question number 3 basically defines a new value. It says the delivery ratio for a given day is defined as the ratio of the number of orders booked on that day, which were delivered on the next day, which means day 1 deliveries, to the number of orders booked on the day, which were delivered on the second day after bookings, which is day 2 deliveries. So we basically need to find the ratio of day 1 to day 2, but we cannot just do this is to this. We have to do it like this, day 1 to day 2. And this will correspond to day 13, right? So you just need to be a little careful with this. Okay, so 15th, to check 15th, we'll have to go to 8:8. Okay, which is 1:1. Okay, for 16th, we'll have to check 13:10. Okay, for 13th, it will be 14:15th, which is 21:8. And for 14th, it will be 15:16. So they're just 15:3. Now, the highest of these four is 14th. This is 5. This is definitely less than 5 and so on. So option 4 will be your correct choice. And the last one in this, it says the average time taken to deliver booked on a particular day is computed as follows. Let the number of orders delivered on next day be X. Okay, so day 1 value will be X. Right, the number of orders delivered the next day after will be Y. So day 2 deliveries is equal to Y. Right. Then the average time taken to deliver is X plus 2Y divided by X plus Y. So X plus 2Y divided by X plus Y. Which of the following was the average time taken to deliver the orders booked the least? Right, the least. Okay, for 15th, again, we'll have to check on 16th and 17th. So this is X, this is Y. So it will be 8 plus 2 into 8, which is 16 divided by 8 plus 8. So this value will be 24 by 16 for the 15th delivery. For 13th, it will be 21 and 8. So 21 plus 16, that's 37 divided by 21 plus 8, which is 29. So for 13th, it will be 27 by 29. Let's check this out. For 14th, it will be 15 plus 6, that's 21 divided by 15 plus 3. So that's 18. Right. And the last one is for 16th. So I'll have to check 17th and 18th. So 13 plus 20, which will be 33 divided by 13 plus 10, which is 23. Now we need to find which of them is the lowest. This is 1.5. Right. This is less than 1.5. So this is out. Right. This is 7 by 6, which is bigger, 7 by 6 or 37 by 29. That you can find out pretty easily. If you multiply by 5, you'll be getting 35 by 30. This is higher, this is lower, so obviously this value is higher than this, so this is out. And if you compare the last two, which will be 7 by 6 with 33 by 23, obviously 7 by 6 is the smaller value. So option 3 is your correct choice. So this is a pretty painful set. You would need to be very patient to calculate till here. This will take you anywhere between 7 to 10 minutes to reach to this stage. Once you reach this stage, you can answer each of the individual question in less than a minute's time. Overall, about 12 to 14 minutes to answer in an exam situation. Moderate to difficult, bordering on difficult purely because of the length of time that you take to solve this. That finishes this session on CAT 2020 LRDI solution. Do let us know how you found these particular set of solutions. In case you want to look at more such solutions, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also follow us on various social media groups. The links are available in the description of this video. Till we meet again the next time, goodbye and all the best.